Thank you for listening to 1252 Sports Chicago.
And here we go, guys. Michigan upsetting. My bracket's busted. My bracket is busted immediately.
Mike told us that he had them going to his Sweet 16, Colorado State. And I was like, oh, that means you got him beating Tennessee next round. He's like, wait, I had him in the 32.
Yeah. Colorado State really shouldn't have been. Big-time three-pointing school. Colorado State was hitting threes early in the first half. Michigan State looked way too slow. Michigan looked way too slow in that first half.
Yeah.
And now we're watching Providence and South Dakota State.
Not good.
It's getting really good here. We got less than a minute left in the second half. Providence is up by 3. My bracket could be busted immediately really quick, Paul, and I'm shit up a bed.
How far you got Providence?
It doesn't matter at this point. My bracket's already done.
Here's the thing.
One game in, my bracket's done.
Here's what I am an expert at NCAA pools. Never win them. I never win them. But I'm always in like the top 5 to 10. You know, I get my shit done. Here's the thing. First round doesn't matter at all. It really doesn't. As long as your Elite 8 stay intact and your champion stays in and maybe even the championship game, that's all that matters.
Okay.
The first like, you could literally lose half of the games and only have 8 teams go to the Sweet 16. But as long as those 8 are your Elite 8 and they go to the Elite 8, you're probably winning your pool.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sounds good. So, obviously, guys, we're here up at 15301 South Bell Road, up here at Game On Bar and Grill, hanging out, drinking, eating like a fucking pig, drinking a bunch of beers. Paul's Brewery here has taken over the taps here, so you guys can get a bunch of Nick and Ivy beers up here. Come on up here. It's 15301 South Bell Road out in Homer Glen. So, Paul, earlier today when we were live, I had David on with us. We were talking a lot about the White Sox. David talks about the White Sox. As we're sitting here in predicament here, Providence up by 3 against South Dakota State.
And they're shooting free throws, looks like.
And they're shooting free throws. I want to talk to you a little bit about the Cubs.
Jonathan Villar, did you hear?
We got Jonathan Villar. Yeah, baby.
That's about as exciting as signing Josh Hairston.
We also got, hey, Chicago, what do you say? Hey, Suzuki.
I like that one.
All right.
I thought – go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. What do you think about this guy? What do you think about this guy?
I'm excited about the Suzuki signing. I mean, you could say it's a lot of money, but then you see Chris Bryant sign for what was like $27 million or something.
$187 million over 5 years.
7 years.
Oh, okay.
So it was 140. It's like right around $27 million a year.
You're good at math.
To get this guy for $17 million a year, I feel like it's a bargain.
Okay.
Maybe it's the most expensive out of Japan, but the contracts these guys are getting now, it's just insane. So yeah, for a guy coming out of Japan, it's expensive, but if he performs, the
one thing I do love, Paul, is that this guy's slash line is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's a 3, 4, 5 guy coming out of Japan. I like the fact that he wears 51. I don't know why. I just like it. It reminds me of Randy Johnson. I think this guy can do it all. But we can't have that assumption that this guy's going to be Shohei Ohtani, right? Like, we can't have this. No. We can't build ourselves as Cub fans. We can't sit there and be like, this guy's going to hit 40 dingers and 100 RBIs and bat 310. We got to, like, dumb it down a little bit, right? Like, we have to, right?
Yes. I agree with you. I think, like, a lot of people, like my dad, he's a pessimist. He hates everything. So
he hates everything.
He hates everything. So he's like, well, remember when we got Kosuke? Kosuke hit, like, in the 290s in Japan.
Kosuke, fuck you, do me.
This guy hit, I love his name.
Yep.
This guy hit like 340 or 320 last year. Right. He slashed his OPS was over 1,000.
Right.
2 out of the last 3 years. 2 years ago was the only time under, and it was like 960 or something.
I looked at his stats, and 2 years ago when he had a down year, he walked 113 times, dude.
Right.
Like that
More walks than strikeouts.
That gives me a fucking wicked boner.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
and
we got a guy
glove,
that gets on base.
Good arm.
Gold glove, yes. Fuck. I did some research last night after I was sitting at the house here, and not here. This is not my home. All right, but I was sitting at the house eating spaghetti. Yeah, Makita, baby. Stotch. All right, shout out to my nephew, who we always call Stotch. Teddy, you're a dildo, but I love you, bud. That's who you're named after, right there.
There's a lot of Morowskis out there that are dildos, apparently.
Yes, all of them are dildos, especially me. But no, I was looking at this guy, and I looked at some highlights of this guy. This was a fucking cannon, Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, an absolute cannon. Like, this is okay. Now, this is me talking shit here live as we're sitting here. There's a lot of sports going on between the Bears, the Cubs, the White Sox, especially the tournament going on right now. I was watching some of these highlights of this kid. This kid has a Vlad Guerrero Ichiro type arm, dude.
Damn.
Like, he has a fucking bazooka attached to his shoulder. Like, he can straight up fire the ball. And that makes, like, I'm like, dude, am I dying? Am I lying? Am I lying? What do you see?
I see goosebumps.
Exactly. You're goddamn right. So, like, when I sit there and I look at this kid, it's like, man, this kid from the outfield, this kid is a fucking gun. Like, I'm super pumped up about that, man.
Comparing him to Vlad gets me excited. If you think that,
I don't think he's a bad ball hitter like Vlad. I'm saying outfield presence.
Yeah.
Yes.
His arm. I remember seeing Vlad throw a ball out of a stadium before from home.
Yes. I mean, he has that type of cannon attached to his shoulder, and that's one thing that makes me really happy about this kid. But now the Cubs, we sit here like this. We have almost the same thing as the White Sox. I'm not trying to bring them up because now it's our Cubs talk. Cubs have too many outfielders, bro.
They don't have any. They have one outfielder.
They have J-Hay.
No, he doesn't count. He's
Why?
not.
Why don't J-Hay count?
Because he sucks ass. He's not
offense.
Great. He can come in for Ian Happ. I know you love Ian Happ. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, fuck Ian
But
Happ.
he can come in for Ian Happ in the 8th inning if the Cubs are up by 3 runs. J-Hay will start no more than I bet 50 games this year. Unless, obviously, you count those games. If Brendan Davis doesn't start in center field for the Cubs coming out of spring training, then J-Hay will probably start in center until Brendan Davis comes up. But once Davis is up, J-Hay is your 4th outfielder. Nothing more.
Freddie's asking if we're saving him any beer for Friday. Freddie, no, we're not. It's all gone.
Freddie.
It's all gone, Fred. It's all gone. It's your fault you're not here. It's all gone.
I bet you this is Linda's fault because it's her birthday.
It is.
So happy birthday to Linda.
Happy birthday, Linda.
Even though it's your fault that we don't get to hang out with you and Fred.
Yes.
I guess it's technically her parents' fault.
Yeah. Way to go. Way to spawn a kid.
They planned this birthday right during the NCAA tournament. Terrible news.
Bullshit timing. But no, like I said, again, we're up here, guys. We're up here all night. We're going to be up here recapping all the games. And so we got Providence right now, 64-57.
That's
up on South Dakota State.
That's a good one that they're hanging on there.
65, 7.9 seconds left. Looks like Providence is going to advance. Guys, listen, my bracket's shit immediately. Right off the bat, my bracket sucks because Michigan and Juwan Howard fucked me.
How far did you have? You had him going.
I had to go in one extra round.
No, that's a Sweet 16.
No, just this. I had him going to 32.
You had him winning and then losing.
Yes.
So again, it doesn't matter, Mike.
It's still great.
See, this
my
Providence
bracket
game
is busted.
That one matters for me because I have them in the Sweet 16. If they lose this round, they can't win the next round. But if you have them losing the next round, you're losing a point.
Providence knocks off South Dakota State, 66-57. A lot of people hugging, a lot of people kissing,
except for people crying.
Weird. That's a little weird.
People crying too. Probably hugging while they're crying. They kissed.
There was a kiss. I saw a kiss.
Good for them.
It was a Tom Brady type kiss.
What was the kid? 12?
I think his number was 12.
Was the kid 12?
Don't know.
And it's not a Tom Brady kiss.
But guys, here we go. We're getting ready for the next round of games. Let's keep it going. Who's next here, Paul? Who's next? What do we got going next?
Dude, I just looked.
Yeah.
This is your phone.
That's my phone. Oh, God.
I just sit at the bar and I drink my beer and I watch the TVs that are in front of me. That's what I do.
We're sitting here. We're hanging out. Make sure you guys come on out. I know, ESPN is ripping us off right now. Thanks, J.R. Strauss.
Why?
For setting that up. We had our stuff set up long before they did, and now they're doing a hoop and hooky.
What does that mean?
That means they're doing their own thing with the tournament.
So you mean to tell me that ESPN is plugged into 1252 so much that they stole our ideas?
I think so. They're stealing our ideas.
Those motherfuckers.
And listen, I love ESPN 1000. I love you, JR. I love you, Carmen. I love you, Yurko.
But they're motherfuckers.
You guys are stealing our shit. Memphis up right now, 38-19. So that's an ass whipping. And then we got Norfolk State and Baylor going on right now. Baylor's whipping that ass, 34-18. We got Tennessee and Longwood going on next, and Iowa Richmond.
Iowa
coming out
Richmond,
after that.
That's
That's going to be a good
excited to
game.
watch.
Richmond can shoot the threes. Iowa's the hottest fucking team in the country right now. So, guys, make sure you stay tuned. We're going to be back with you throughout the night. Paul's probably going to make another appearance. Again, 15301 South Bell Road. Come on up here, eat, drink, get fucked up. We got a 50-50 raffle going on. We're raffling off a few games. There's a bunch of shit going on up here. Win a free T-shirt, win a game of darts. Come and beat me in a game of fucking Golden Tee. We'll have a good time. We'll have a lot of fun.
I did beat him in a game of Golden
He did.
Tee.
He's cheats like a son of a bitch. He got a lot of backspin and this spin and that's how I rub my ass. That's how I rub the
All right,
ass.
that's slog out.
That's how I rub the
We're
ass's
rubbing
wife.
We're talking about assholes. Let's get the
All right, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys here soon. We'll be back.